Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer. You know, I used to be friends with a mushroom. He was a fun guy. Speaking of mushrooms, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at Mycelia from Ravensburger.
We'll get back to the review in just a moment. I want to take a minute to ask you to check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD, where we talk about history, books on history, military history. I even post some of my lectures for my classes on there. Please check that out. Please subscribe to that channel. And now, back to the review.
In Mycelia from Ravensburger, 1 to 4 players essentially take to guide dewdrops to the Shrine of Life to help the goddess of the forest and help things grow. Now, essentially, you create a cardboard 3D shrine, which you're going to place in the center of the play area. This is going to have place for dewdrops, and the dice is going to be on there. Now, more on that in a minute. Each player is also going to take a player board, which has the shrine represented on the player board there. And you're going to select a setup card. Now, there's a number of setup cards. You're going to select one of them, and each player is going to set a number of dewdrops on their board, which matches the setup. Now, the different colors on each player's board represent the different kinds of flora that you're going to be guiding the dewdrops through toward the shrine. Players are also going to get a deck of 6 starter cards. Now, beneath the player board, players are also going to get 2 special kind of action tokens, more on that later, and players are going to create a market by shuffling the cards and laying out 5 cards next to them. You're also going to put a supply card next to the shrine and put the rest of the supply cards back in the box. Players are each going to draw 3 cards, and the first player then will go. Essentially, on your turn, you're going to play all 3 of your cards, and your cards are going to do different things. First of all, they may give you leaves. Leaves are the currency in the game. You can get them in denominations of 1, 3, and 5, and you're going to take that number of leaves and put it into your pile. Now, anytime during your turn, you can exchange those leaves to pay the cost to purchase a card from the market there. You go ahead, you buy the card, and you place that into your discard pile. Critically, what the cards are going to do is allow you to move some of the dewdrops. Now, your basic cards typically only allow you to move 1 dewdrop from a different color. So it'll say like red, you can move something off the red or the green or the blue, etc. You can move those dewdrops around on the board. You're trying to manipulate them toward the shrine. As you get more powerful cards as the game goes on, you can actually take dewdrops directly off of certain colors and place them on the shrine and engage in all sorts of other dew hijinks. Now, depending on player count, once you have enough dewdrops on the shrine, you're going to go ahead and twist it around. Now, as I say, you have the die located there on the shrine as well. So as you move the shrine around, all of the dewdrops will fall out as well as the die. Now, all those dewdrops, they are out of the game. The die itself will tell you where you're going to place new dewdrops by looking at the supply card. What symbol the rolled die has that matches on your supply card is where you're going to add 2 new dewdrops in each of those places. Now, you do have, as I say, these 2 special actions. Once per turn, you can do either one. Essentially, you can pay 1 leaf to get all the cards from the market, the showcase, get them all, discard them, and put out 5 new cards. Or you can spend 3 dewdrops, or pardon me, 3 leaves in order to essentially move any 1 dewdrop anywhere on the board 1 space. So players are going around and around. They are playing cards in their hand. They're gaining leaves. They're spending leaves on the various cards in the showcase. They are spending them on their special actions. They are trying to manipulate the dewdrops off their board into the shrine. And then, of course, the shrine spins. They're going to get some new dewdrops on their board. But critically, they're trying to get all of the dewdrops off of their board. The first player that succeeds in clearing their board of dewdrops wins. Mycelia. Now, there's more going on here. There's an extension in the game, meaning kind of some advanced rules where you can actually have more actions come into play as you play the game. Some of the cards will have kind of special icons at the top of the card. You can like essentially remove cards from the game, way to cull your deck. So there's some different things that are going on here as you play the extended game. But essentially, this is how you play it. You try to get rid of those dewdrops off of your player boards onto the shrine and out of the game. Now, I played this the first time. It was on Christmas Eve. I was at Kim's, and she and I just played a 2-player game. And she absolutely fell in love with it. She loves Mycelia. So much so we played it 2-player that night. We had to play it again with one of her daughters the next day because she was so excited about it. And I won the first game, and Kim won the second game, and she was thrilled. She was happy she won that game. Now, it's funny too because I asked her. I said, "Why do you like this game?" And one of her favorite games of all time is Tiny Towns. And I asked her, "Why do you like Tiny Towns?" She says, "It's because it's cute." And I'm like, "Okay, all right, that's fine. It's cute." And I asked her why she liked Mycelia, and she says, "Because it's cute." And it is. And I don't mean to imply that she's mentally deficient in any way, but she likes cute games. She thinks games are cute. But she really liked the deck building and the manipulation of the board in this game. And I totally get that. I must confess, I was not really knowing what to expect from this game, and I ended up really enjoying it as well. It's a very light game. I mean, this is kind of a deck building and board manipulation game, really, I think for younger people. I feel like it's geared toward younger people, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was very well done. It was a lot of fun. Kim, certainly, as I say, this is one of her favorite games of all time now. It's just a great little game. It's not too long. It's a race. You're trying to get those things off. You're looking at the other players, and you're just hoping you can get your stuff off before they can. You're buying cards in the lineup, not so much that you need them, but you want to deny them to other people. So I mean, there's some real good stuff going on here that I like quite a bit. I whenever I see kind of like 3D cardboard things that you kind of have to build in games, I'm usually not wild about them. They're usually not my favorite things. They feel more gimmicky than anything. But this was actually extremely easy to build, and it was really functional, and it really had kind of a fun little aspect to it. I put the last one on there. I get to spin it. So it was just fun. I really enjoyed this game. I do have a personal appeal to Ravensburger, however. I've been trying to contact you for a long time. You're sending review items to the wrong address. You're sending them to an old address in Utah. I'm in Idaho now. Please get in contact with me. I'll give you my new address. But just FYI, okay? But anyway, great game. I really enjoyed it. Kim absolutely loves it. We have a blast with this game. Mycelia is again, it's not this great epic strategic game. It's just a fun, light deck building game with dewdrops. So recommendation for the discriminating gamer for Mycelia is buy it. Thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you to please leave a comment for us on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on thediscriminatinggamer.com. We'd ask you to please like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. I'd also ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to please check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD, where we talk about military history and books on history, fun things like that. I even post some of my lectures on that channel. It would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe to that channel as well. Also, please leave a thumb for us on Board Game Geek for this video. That helps us out a lot. And if you really do like the content we bring to you here, I would humbly ask you to click on the Super Thanks button and leave a tip. Hey, have you heard that new joke about fungus? You won't like it at first, but it grows on you.
Dogs is right here. In his river.
Where's the out?
And it's